Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to you and happy Monday. Thanks for joining us here on Wave Listens Live. I'm your host, Brian Schlonsky. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. We are getting the week started off with a wonderful slate of guests today as we take you right to the rundown now and show you who you can expect on the show. We'll be starting things off today with Exum Group, and then we'll move to Park Duval Community Health Center. Following things up today, third is Louisville Orchestra. So we mentioned we are starting things off with Exum Group today. A couple of folks who you are familiar with, I'm sure by now, Jackie Exum and Amanda Russo, senior real estate specialists with Exum Group at Keller Williams, Louisville East. And then in the middle today, we've got Kay Behringer, who's the owner, of Transitioning Services. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I'll start with you, Jackie, because you guys have awesome people you partner with, and you're good about bringing them on and letting us get to meet them. So we'll talk about why you brought her today.
Right. Well, as you know, our team specializes in senior transitions. We do a lot in that space within real estate. And so we have several really important community partners. And Kay is one of those most cherished community partners. She has certainly helped us out many, many times. Kay helps with the stuff, and I'm going to let you speak a little more to that. But so many of our seniors and their families get almost debilitated by the amount of stuff that we've all accumulated over our lifetime. Yeah, like what do you do with all this stuff? Often these are downsizes or moves to senior living. You cannot take this whole house full of stuff with you, and so that's where we call in Kay.
Yes.
And Kay, I imagine these are stressful moments for people because this could be 50, 60 years of things you've accumulated, and you got to somehow whittle that down to what you can fit in a place that you've transitioned to.
You're exactly right. The people want to move. They want to make a change. They're in a big house. Maybe it's not safe anymore, but they are crippled by their things. And we know, as a general rule, their adult children are not as interested. Or if this client is 85 or 90 years old, their 60-year-old child is going, I need to be doing the same thing with my own home.
Such a good point.
So I've been in full-time business for 13 years and have seen a lot. And we've gotten a lot of people in those years through this process. So I have a pretty regimented system that I try to work with them on. Try to get the children involved whenever possible, because I think parents, even if the children are physically away, that support network is very important.
I imagine that outside of just the overwhelming aspect of going through that much stuff, that another aspect of this is these are a lifetime of memories that people have accumulated, things that they've kept with them for a reason. So I know it's difficult, but and going through the process obviously makes it easier having people like the three of you on their side. But for people who are watching today that are like, okay, this might be around the corner for us, any tips to kind of get the ball rolling now?
I think my first tip would be, if you're going to give something to a family member, if you're not using it, give it to them now. When they say, oh, my daughter-in-law could really use that bedroom suit, but no one's sleeping in that, anything that you have in your possession that someone you love would like to have it, or you're not using it and it would help someone donation-wise, it's a great time to go ahead and do that. It's okay to have some empty spaces in your home and that kind of thing. In a perfect world, so that'll be our scenario. In a perfect world, we always work with, Amanda and I are talking about a client we're working with right now, to move them first. Identify where their new space is going to be and what does that look like, because I want my clients to always know they're the most important person. They get really concerned about what their grandchildren want, what they can sell, that kind of thing.
This is about you.
This is about you. You are the first person on the list. And once we know what that new space could look like, whether it's senior living, a patio home, or whatever, we can identify what they're going to take with them. And so that helps eliminate that phase right there. Then the next phase is family. The third phase is what can get sold. The fourth phase is donations, and as you well know, we have a city with a great deal of need.
Yes.
We called the group this morning that had a theft over the weekend, and we're going to be able to give them a TV.
Look at that.
So that was exciting.
You can do something good with your transition.
That's correct. And then fourth is, I hate to use that word, but we all have a little junk removal we need to handle. So the process looks like that. It doesn't always work out that way, but that is the perfect way to do it.
You mentioned family a couple times there, and grandchildren and children of people that were ready to transition. Anything that we can be doing on our side of things to make this process easier too?
As adult children?
As adult children.
The best thing you can do is really encourage them. Sometimes it can become a little bit of a battle, because what happens, and it doesn't matter how old you are, that a parent-child relationship is always there. I don't care if you're 50 years old and your parents are in their 70s, that tends to bubble back up. But to support them and encourage them and be positive with them and really just listen. I'm looking at Listen's Lives behind you. That is really
easy
important.
To remember.
Yeah, it's really important to listen to what they're trying to tell you.
Jackie, how important is it for you guys, being somebody that specializes, a team that does this, to have somebody like this that comes in with a program and is able to help take that kind of weight off their back?
It's a game changer, but like I said earlier, it's like paralyzing really for many of the families we work with to be so overwhelmed by all the stuff in the house. And so when Kay comes in and she's wearing her cape to save the day, we are all so grateful. It's just probably the hardest part of the transition for most people is the stuff, and that shouldn't be the focus, but it often is. Okay,
Amanda, I want to go to you now, because you always bring something fun, uplifting, exciting along with you today. You got a couple things to talk about today.
I do, and I have my cheat sheets because we have two exciting opportunities coming up. We always talk about the importance of education, and this is why we bring our special guests on the show. But this week on Friday, we have a great group at the St. Matthews Chamber of Commerce, and I lead a senior synergy group there. So we are doing a panel on Friday, and it is at the Alzheimer's Association office off Dutchman's Lane from 10 a.m. to 11:30. There's going to be a multitude of professionals there. We have an attorney, we have a financial advisor, a loan officer, all kinds of people that can help get some of these questions answered so we can continue down these roads. It's going to be the first of a 5-part series.
And it's all in one place too, so it makes it so easy to get that info.
And we're going to have lots of other professionals. There's going to be, myself for real estate, auction. Bring all of your questions. We're going to have lots of people. And then another one is going to be on Monday at a senior community. It's Harmony at Tucker Station. And that is going to be from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. So we're also going to have, talking about the different levels of care in Kentucky. How do we downsize? Talking about financial planning. How do we pay for care? So that one's on Monday. So if people have questions, they can give us a call. We can give them more details, but it's open to the public, and we would love for them to come.
Two great opportunities to kind of get the ball rolling on some of the great things you talked about here today.
Yes.
Okay, before I let you guys go, there's one more thing that we want. This is an exciting one too, right?
Yes. Kay and our team, we're going to give away a free joint consultation.
Wow.
So if that is something that would be helpful for you, just give us a call, 225-3303. Give us your info. We'll draw for a winner.
Okay, and then help through that process if you're the winner.
Yeah.
A free consultation, much needed. I know a lot of our friends out there have been waiting to hear about something like this. So thanks for being here today and sharing your expertise. And good to see the both of you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay with us here on Wave Listens Live. We've still got a lot more to go. 2 more great segments. Park Duval Community Health Center is coming up next. Don't go anywhere.